morning to all of you. Today we are going to have a formal welcome session of SRIP 2022. And the SRIP program started in 2011 by our founder director, Professor Sudhir K. Jain. And this is the 12th edition of SRIP. And previously we were able to attract very bright and highly motivated young students to IT Gandhinagar by this program. And we hope that you all will have a very enriching and good research experience to this program in this year. And the idea of SRIP was to promote undergraduate research among students from all over the India. And a very large number of applications have been received this year. And around 155 students have been selected to this program this year. And around 115 research projects have been offered by various faculty members. And today's program will start with the formal interaction of our Dean Academic Affairs, Professor Kabeer Jasuja, followed by the interaction of our Director, Professor Amit Prashant, with the students. And after that, Professor Nipun Batra will give a first SRIP lecture. The title of his talk is AI at 20,000 Feet Overview. Now I would request Professor Kabeer Jasuja, our Dean Academic Affairs, to address the students.
Very good morning, everybody. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. I formally welcome you all again to the IITGN campus. I wanted to check how many of you are from IITGN already? Okay. I think a large number of you are from IITGN. And the students who are outside IIT Gandhinagar, can they also just raise their hands? Okay. Okay. How many of you arrived on the campus, let's say, last week? It has been 7 days for you. Okay. A significant number of people have come, but I see that most of you are very, very new to the campus. I formally welcome you to IIT Gandhinagar, and I would just like to share some aspects about SRIP. I would like to begin by sharing a small anecdote with all of you, and some of you may have heard about this story, but that story is still very, very relevant. So I would like to share this an anecdote that I read, which was about Gautam Buddha. He was approached by one of his disciples. His disciple was sharing with him that he's putting in a lot of effort, but he has not been successful in his efforts towards meditation. Now Gautam Buddha was aware that those of you who practice meditation or who have read about meditation may already know that the very thought that I have to meditate is also an obstruction to meditation, right? We have to be very, very clear and clean in removing any thoughts from our mind. The type of teacher Gautam Buddha is, he did not share this directly with the disciple. He thought that when right time comes, I'll share this with the student, with the disciple. So when they were passing by a village, they took some rest, and there was a pond nearby. And Gautam Buddha asked the disciple to get some water for him. Gautam Buddha was aware that when he was asking the disciple to get the water, there was a bullock cart passing by in the pond. And obviously the water was very muddy. So the disciple, when he went to the pond, he saw that the water is very muddy. How can I take this water for Gautam Buddha? So he went to Gautam Buddha and said that the water is just very muddy. I'm not able to bring this water for you. So Gautam Buddha told him that just wait for some time. Let the water be. And then the disciple waited. The water became very pure, clear, and he got the water. So then Gautam Buddha told him that the very thought that you are putting in mind that I have to meditate, is obstructing. It is just like any other thought, which is making your mind obscure. And that is how the story goes, right? Now this story has many, many learning lessons for us, but I would like to draw your attention towards one important lesson. For many of you, the research that you are going to carry forward as an SRIP intern, perhaps maybe your first exposure towards a formal research. research in some way is like a meditation. And it is something that is very difficult to be described in a few words. And you need the right mentor and right teacher to be able to guide you on this research path. So when you are spending 8 weeks here at IIT Gandhinagar, I would like you to take this full advantage of the exposure that you're going to get, the teachers that you're going to be learning from. Those teachers are going to be amazing. These teachers are your professors, your PhD students, your MTech students with whom you're going to interact. There's a lot to learn from them. Why do I say that there is a lot to learn from them? Because just like Gautam Buddha has experienced that calmness, he is able to convey a part of it in a particular manner. In the same manner, the teachers, the PhD students, the MTech students, they have actually taken this path before. They have perhaps failed in their own ways. They have found out a way that works for them. Those will actually work as very important role models for you. So I would really, really request you to make full use of the expertise that we have. You will be interacting with amazing teachers at IIT Gandhinagar, that I can assure you of. Professor Iti was mentioning that a large number of applications were received. I'll put this in perspective for all of you. So we received about 24,300 applications. Of these, about 150 students have been selected. So that roughly translates to 1 out of every 160 student. So 1 out of, you have come here, that itself is a big achievement. But I would like you to just take a pause here, think about this. And sometimes we feel that, okay, it is just another internship, but it is very, very important opportunity. I would like you to think about it for a while. This is just the beginning, it is one of the beginning of your research career. And I would like you to really, really take advantage of the entire program that has been planned for you. Those of you who have been here for a few days must have already realized that IIT Gandhinagar is very different, right? You see that difference in the design of the buildings. So those of you who have been staying in hostels, you must have already realized this, that how we have very carefully designed the hostel rooms. As an example, when you go to the hostels, you see that cycles are parked in a neat spot, right? There is a lot of thought that has been put in everything that we do at IIT Gandhinagar. In the same way, the SRIP that we have designed, a lot of thought has gone into designing a holistic program for you. So during this SRIP program, not only are you going to be conducting your research, you're also going to be participating in a number of information sessions. So for example, the first session that Nipun is going to take today is one of the many sessions that you're going to experience. There are going to be some fun nights for all of you, which many of you will be volunteering to organize. I would also request you to take some time and visit Gandhinagar and Ahmedabad. Network among the many friends you are going to make over here. Just think about this as a very holistic experience rather than looking at it just from the research perspective. I would just end by saying that when you come to IIT Gandhinagar, you will start realizing that there is an openness in the culture here. There are many facilities here which I would encourage you to use. As an example, we have Maker Bhavan here. Maker Bhavans are like very, very innovative concepts. If you have a design in mind, you can go to the Maker Bhavan, work with the facilities available there, and have that design ready for you to implement. We have a writing studio here. We have a Tinkerer's Lab here. There are lots and lots of opportunities, and I would really request you to just leave any previous notions, begin with a very fresh page. You are going to get many, many opportunities to learn. This openness is also in something that it may be relevant to many of you, because many of you are outside IIT Gandhinagar. Do you know that we have a very interesting program of Visiting Scholars program, where a student who is not at IIT Gandhinagar can apply to IIT Gandhinagar for studying for an entire semester. You can always read about it, and you can always write to me if you have any questions about it. But we really, really have this noble thought that our institute is meant to serve a much larger student community. We would like to facilitate the growth of not just the ITGN students, but all the students in India. And it is with this thought that SRIP has been developed. I would love to interact with you more, but I would again welcome you to this new journey that you are taking. Thank you everybody. Thank you.